Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds. It's Friday. Thank the good Lord. So, D-Hop, now a Kansas City Chief, just did his first press conference with the team yesterday. Pretty excited to see what he can do, but I really don't think he's going to see any action in Vegas. What about you?
I think there's a pretty good chance that he will see some, not a whole lot, but some. They'll give the other veterans on the team, Watson and people like this, more of the opportunity. But, hey, this guy's a five-time Pro Bowl All-Star, and he can play. And Hopkins can get some things done, although he has been in the league for 12 years and has suffered a multitude of injuries, as you're going to. It's a game of attrition. But by the same token, I think he can add some pretty good support to a team that is probably lacking right now in solid wide receivers. Does he know the scheme? More than likely not. But will he be able to adjust to it? Come on, he's been in the league for 12 years. He'll be able to adjust. And the Tennessee Titans paid him, $26 million to come over and play for a couple of years. I think he sees some action. I love his number choice. I think that's great. He's wearing number 8, and that's to honor Kobe Bryant, who he was one of Hopkins' favorite players.
Oh, wow.
And
I didn't know that's why he chose 8. That's cool.
That's what it's all about, Kobe Bryant. And I think that is so cool. And he'll have it in Vegas, and he'll have a pretty good support crew there. The Chiefs, Mike, the Chiefs should win this game. I can't say easily because there's nothing in pro football that's easy, but they should come out on top in this one.
I agree with that 100%. To me, what we're talking about, maybe a 3 to 4 day turnaround from the moment the dude lands in Kansas City. Some equipment manager hands him a Chiefs shirt. He is then whisked off on Saturday to Las Vegas, and he's going to possibly play his first team 3 day turnaround. I mean, I could see him going in and running some routes, but again, who knows? And it, the Raiders are where they are right now, so if they were going to just kind of tip their toes in the water, it'd be this game on Sunday. All right, last night's game, speaking of football, gave me a little bit more of a game to watch than I thought I was going to get.
Well, the Vikings come in after their first loss of the season. It's now 2 in a row, and teams go through the peaks and valleys. I never really thought that Minnesota was quite as good as they thought they were, and the Rams beat them last night 30-20. Matthew Stafford 4 touchdown passes, and he had Cooper Kupp and Pakanakoa in there at the same time, and that's a very good receiving core. Cooper Kupp was on the verge of being traded.
I hope he would have been a Chief. I was kind of hoping that.
That trade has, I think, since vanished because the Rams showed themselves to be pretty good. Came from behind and won it 30-20, got a safety late in the game to put the game on ice. And I think Los Angeles is probably pretty good. But we'll see. Long way to go in this season.
Like I said to you this morning when I first saw you, it's crazy how much the difference 2 receivers can make for a pro football team. But the Rams looked like garbage until they got Puka and, of course, Kupp started balling out last night. And then Matt was able to do what he needed to do. So, yeah, crazy. I did not pick the Rams to win that game at all. What team is the preseason number 1 in college basketball as we get ready to start that up?
Was there any doubt? South Carolina, the champions, they'll be there. They are the overwhelming number 1. But I'll tell you, number 2, watch out. Because number 2 is the venerable Connecticut Lady Huskies, Gino Auriemma's team. And while they had, for them, a down year last year, wasn't really. They got in the NCAA tournament where they are every year and played well. Their star player, Paige Beckers, is back for the final year, her final year of playing, and she'll have a good support crew. Connecticut can be very, very tough. Southern Cal is a very good team as well. They're pick number 3. So the ladies basketball scene, which will not include Caitlin Clark this year. She's a pro already. But the fact of the matter remains South Carolina really has a loaded lineup and should be, you never say it is going to be, but should be a pretty good ball club.
The World Series kicks off tonight, East versus West. Who does Ned Reynolds want to win in this one?
Don't really have a dog in the hunt.
Wait a minute. Hold on. As a Philly guy, I know you're probably like, deep down inside, there's no way in hell I'm ever going to root for the New York Yankees.
Well, there's also no way.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to root for the Brooklyn Dodgers.
I don't have a favorite in this one. I think the strongest of the clubs is probably going to be, from a power standpoint, the Yankees. They have everybody on that team who can blast that long ball. But the Dodgers have the big guy, Shohei Ohtani, and he's a leadoff hitter. And they also have some big-time sluggers on that team. Los Angeles has the home field advantage. They had the better record, 98 wins during the course of the year, so they'll have home field. But does home field really mean anything in baseball competition? Sure, it means something, but is it that critical a factor? I don't know. Former Springfield Cardinal Jack Flaherty is going to go for the Dodgers tonight. Garrett Cole, who is a terrific pitcher, was with the Pittsburgh Pirates a long time and handled their pitching staff, but he was with the team that couldn't give him any support. So to the Yankees he goes. Anyway, they'll be the starting pitchers tonight, tomorrow night, then Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday if necessary, and then back to Los Angeles on Friday and Saturday of next week.
I know Joe's already told you how passionate, quote unquote, he gets about this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So just be easy around him on Sunday, because he might be in a completely different mood. I know I'm going to be walking on eggshells for the next 5 to 6 days around him. All right, what are some of the big college football games we should be watching tomorrow?
Really interesting one out in Eugene, Oregon. That's where Oregon, the number 1 team, is going to play number 20, and that's the University of Illinois. They've been one of the big surprises this year. The Illini goes out to play the Ducks in Oregon. Now, another one that I really feel flies under the radar a little bit is Navy Notre Dame, and they are playing at MetLife Stadium in New York City. That's actually in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's where the Giants and the Jets play. Navy and Notre Dame are both in the rankings, in the top 25. Navy a little bit lower than Notre Dame, which is perfectly understandable. But to have a big game like that for a change, they play every year. They have since 1927. It's one of the great rivalries in the country. And Navy's had their years when they've blown Notre Dame out of the ballpark, and vice versa. So it happens. But the fact of the matter remains that Notre Dame goes in as a slight favorite in this one. That's a very big game. In Indiana is one of the big surprises in all of college football this year. All of it. They play annually. They're just not a very good team in the Big Ten. They are this year. They're number 13 in America. They play Washington, and they play them at home. Missouri, Alabama, very big game in Tuscaloosa. Very big game for both teams. Alabama has to win. Missouri does too, to prove themselves with being playoff capable. It'll be a tough one. And then the Missouri State Bears up at Cedar Falls, Iowa, and the Unidome to play Northern Iowa. The Bears can win this game. The Unidome has been a house of horrors in recent years, but this is a very good Bears football team.
You're absolutely right about that, and it's been good. I hope people start showing up for them, man. That's really what we need. All right, one more home game before the Chiefs return home to face off with the Bucs in Monday Night Football. This time they're in Sin City. This will be the first away game in Las Vegas I haven't been to in 2 years, because I've been to the last several, which it's kind of nice to be at home and not be in such a crazy town and situation and just watch it at home. And hopefully it'll be an easy win like it was last Sunday.
Nothing is easy in the NFL. And furthermore, this is really a home game for the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
There will be more Chiefs fans out there
every
than
single
there are
time.
Raiders, and they are loud and they are boisterous and they will make a lot of noise. And you'll have DeAndre Hopkins in the lineup, maybe just for a few plays, but he'll be there. And Kansas City is just substantially better than the Raiders, so the Chiefs should win this one. Broadcasting here starts at 1 o'clock. That's with Ned Talk 1 to 2. From 2 to 3, it's the Chiefs pregame show. And then from about 3:15, I think they kick it off at 3:15, 3:20, somewhere around there, it is the game itself. Kansas City, 10-point favorite, probably more than that. But indeed, it's the Chiefs and the Raiders. We'll see what happens the next time they play. Will be Black Friday right after Thanksgiving.
That will be at that one for sure, Ned. You have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.